Your eyes open and your chest is already tight. Not from pain, not from illness, just from being awake. That heaviness sitting right behind your sternum, pressing down before you've even moved a single muscle. Your jaw is clenched, your shoulders crept up near your ears. And somewhere in the back of your skull, a voice is already cycling through everything you didn't finish yesterday. Everything waiting for you today, everything you'll fall short on again. You haven't even pulled the blanket back yet, and your body is already losing. Start with what I call the 60-second perimeter check. The moment your eyes open, before your hand reaches for that phone, before a single notification floods your nervous system with someone else's agenda, you place your palm flat against your own chest. You breathe in through the nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Release for 4. And while you do it, you say one sentence to yourself, not out loud if you don't want to, just internally. This day belongs to me, and that's not a mantra. Next protocol, the evidence audit, takes about a minute. You name 3 specific, tangible, small things. Things that are real and good in your immediate environment. Not abstract gratitude, not being thankful for your life. That's too vague for your brain to grip. Instead, you notice the weight of the blanket on your legs, or the fact that the room is quiet. Third protocol, 60 seconds of movement. Not exercise, not performance, just motion. 10 jumping jacks beside your bed. Fourth, the 1% directive. You ask yourself a single question. What's one small thing I can do today just for me? Not for the person who drained you last night. Last protocol, and this is the one that holds everything else together. Without it, the other 4 dissolve by noon. 5 protocols, 5 minutes, no guru required. So here's where most videos tell you to repeat a phrase. Stand in front of your mirror, say something bright and shiny, and trust that the words will eventually become real. You've heard that script before, you've probably tried it. And if you're honest with yourself, you know what happened next. Nothing. Because an affirmation without belief is just noise. Just noise you're making with your mouth. That's the moment most people quit. They decide the whole thing was a scam, go back to scrolling first thing in the morning, and the cycle resets to 0. But here's what almost everyone misses. The routine was never supposed to protect you from a bad Tuesday. It's supposed to show you who you become when a bad Tuesday arrives. There's a difference between a ritual that numbs you and a ritual that reveals you. The 5 minutes you spend in the morning aren't a shield, they're a mirror. When you sit with your own breathing, before the world starts pulling at you, you're not manufacturing happiness, you're collecting data on yourself. You're watching your own mind like a profiler, watching a subject through one-way glass. Where does it go first? What does it reach for? What story does it start telling before you even get out of bed? That information is worth more than any mantra, because once you see the pattern, you own it. And once you own it, you get to decide whether you keep running it or rewrite it. That's not a discipline problem, that's an identity problem. Somewhere along the way, you stopped being the person who decides what the morning means, and became the person the morning happens to. And every productivity influencer who told you to wake up earlier was handing you a louder alarm clock for a house that needed new foundations. The real shift isn't about what time you open your eyes, it's about what you do in the first few seconds after they open. Not because those seconds are magic, but because they're honest. Your defenses aren't up yet, your performance face hasn't loaded. For a brief window, you are just you. Without the job title, without the relationship role, without the curated personality you wear for the rest of the day. And in that window, you get to make one choice that actually matters. Not whether to be positive, whether to be present. Presence isn't a feeling, it's a position. It's planting your feet on your own territory and saying, this is mine. If any of this landed for you, hit the like button. It takes half a second, and it tells me this conversation is worth having. Subscribe if you want more of this. Because we go deep here, and we don't sugarcoat it. And drop a comment telling me what your mornings actually look like right now. Not the aspirational version, the real one. I read every single one, and honestly, the most useful ideas for future videos comes straight from what you share down there.